G'day, guys, and welcome to Raging Rhino. It's time for episode 14 of season 3 of The Bad Batch. And in all honesty, that's all I'm going to say about it. If you've been following along, you know exactly where we are in the story. And that's all there. Like, there's not really too much to it. The actual one thing that I'm the most curious about is how they're going to end this series in these last 2 episodes when at basically the beginning of this episode, we're just going to have the team making it to Tantus. So it's going to be really interesting, especially this being the final season of The Bad Batch. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do in regards to closing the story out. But anyway, if you are new here, you get to see my reactions as I go through the episode. And then, of course, you get to hear my review and my thoughts at the very end. Let's go. Man, they got 2 episodes. I wonder, are we even going to get an answer to who that clone assassin was? It's like I said, all these mystery boxes that they've opened up, and we just don't get the answers to them. Flash Strike. That's right, Echo's still on the main ship.
En route.
Monitor the children in my absence.
Your concern for the specimens is unwarranted.
I swear there's a little bit of the accent in her voice.
They found me. Who?
My brothers. In all honesty, that was actually kind of silly, I think, because his cable's jammed, but it's hooked onto his belt or something, like hooked onto something, and then they unclip it when they get closer to the ground. Yeah, see, so there, they unclipped it right there. That was those 2. Yeah, so he's clipped on by this belt.
Wait! The cable's strapped!
Okay, so he shoots like the motor that the cable's jammed in, and somehow that unclips his belt from the wire. Here we go again. The problem is, as soon as that scientist chick turns around and notices that Omega isn't in that center room, then wouldn't she want to go and see where Omega is? And this is the thing that makes it so ridiculous that they don't actually have like cameras and audio in that room. Like, especially if they're so valuable and they've got them in that basically quarantined area, why wouldn't you have cameras in each room? Audio, mics set up. Don't know. She's not going to have time to do this, but they'll give her enough time. It's like a maze down there. How has she possibly got enough time to do this? That chick would have turned around by now, noticed that she's not there, can't see her in her room. Like, let's see what it's like when she gets back. I hope she crawls back through that room and the chick's just standing there, arms crossed, doing the Ahsoka Tano. Rampart's gonna die. Yeah, this is so silly because this chick that's now doing these examinations was up in that room, would have turned around and looked into that room before she went down there, noticed that Omega's not there, would have been the first person that she checked on, would have been the first room that she went into. How am I supposed to take this show seriously when the people creating these characters can't even take the characters seriously? She hasn't even found what she's looking for yet. A way out. How does she even know how to get back? That'll make the seals clap. What's it called? The Zillo Beast or something? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Omega's is the next room. Bullshit. Bullshit. And got those bricks up that quickly.
Echo. That's your name, isn't it?
How do you know that?
Omega talked about you all.
Oh. This is the thing. Omega said that she had to go scout to see like what was going on. And the only thing that we saw her see was them torturing and encaging a Zillo Beast. That was all she learnt from those rumblings. She's never going to get a better opportunity than this. And again, the fact that she was able to do all of that quickly and like the stalling that they tried to do really didn't work. And Omega was able to get back into her room, put those bricks back up, all in that short amount of time. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. But yeah, the whole thing was for nothing because she didn't find anything out. You know what's going to happen? She's going to want to save the Zillo Beast. She's going to she needs to save everyone in this base. Once they capture her and get her, like, you know, start to free her and these kids, she's going to be like that morality of what's going on in this mountain. We've got to free everyone and everything, including the Zillo Beast. I want to know what she tells them that she saw.
I have a plan, and I'm gonna need your help.
Oh my God, and that's the end of the episode. So what, her plan is to free the Zillo Beast so that it will start destroying the base from the inside out? You know, it was heavily guarded. They're obviously zapping it constantly to keep it at bay. But yeah, like what do we think? What do we think we're going to get from freeing a Zillo Beast, and how are they even going to do that? She's got a plan. Omega's always got a plan. She's always coming up with all the plans and everything. Basically, the Bad Batch guys, they get shot down. They're trying to make their way towards the mountain without being detected. Echo is basically on the base, and he's infiltrating his way through and bumps into Emery because and Emery knows who they are because Omega told her about them. And the final episode that's coming up needs to be massive, but also needs to answer a lot of questions. This is the thing. I really just think that they're going to keep it ambiguous and not tell anybody a lot of the answers to a lot of the questions that this series and especially this season has created. That the answers will be in something else. We're not going to get the answers that to, like, you know, what really is Project Necromancer? What are inside those clone tubes that they showed Palpatine? I think it was in season 2 that Hemlock showed Palpatine. Who is the clone assassin? Is it even anyone? It doesn't seem to be at this point in time. And just like what makes Omega the key? Like, what we need some answers to what it is that they're actually doing. And I don't know whether or not we're going to get those answers. We're going to get to see those answers. But this episode was, for a second last episode of the season, for the second last episode of the entire series, definitely a bit of a letdown. They're basically, these guys here, the actual Bad Batch crew, have not even really infiltrated the base yet. They're not even close. Oh, and Rampart has been captured by the Empire because he runs away from this big beast thing that he ends up waking up. And that's really it. Emery seems that that all that stuff that was happening where it was like playing on her conscience in regards to what they were actually doing with these kids and everything, that's being paid off, I guess. You know, she's telling Echo that he's not going to get anywhere near the vault without her help. And Echo pleads to her by saying, you know, you're a clone. How can you be a part of this? I still find it hilarious that we've got a clone, a female clone of Jango Fett, two, in fact, and possibly a third. That other one, like I said, that accent they hide it away, but sometimes it pops up. Very well could be another female clone of Jango Fett. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the episode. With one episode left, it's just plateaued as like, it was just another episode. And I don't know how they're going to close this story with one episode left unless it's like twice the time, like an hour long, as opposed to the 25, 30 minutes, whatever it is. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week for the season finale of The Bad Batch. Later, guys.